Xiaonan rebounded from her two-fight losing skid in the UFC Fight Night 211 main event on Saturday, earning a majority decision victory over Mackenzie Dern in a very close fight. Personally, I had it a draw, but I don't really necessarily blame anyone for scoring it for Xiaonan. I think she definitely did some good work in there and showed she was deserving of the victory on this night, even though it was very competitive in certain moments there. Nevertheless, she gets her first victory in sometime, two difficult defeats for her that kind of dropped her down out of the title picture a little bit. I think this puts her right back up there, a great way to perform in your first UFC main event, and I think she is now on track for another marquee fight in this division. If you look kind of how the matchups are playing out in this weight class right now, what makes sense, I think it's pretty obvious the next fight for her has to be Rose Namajunas, the former champion of this division two-time, and we haven't seen Namajunas since she lost the title to Carla Esparza earlier this year. She was talking about making a fairly quick turnaround after that defeat. Never happened, and she is still awaiting a booking, and I think Xiaonan put herself in pole position to get that fight. It's just a matter of when will Namajunas be ready. If she is not planning on fighting anytime soon, we know Xiaonan likes to be active. I think a fight versus Jessica Andrade could be a potentially good backup. Of course, another former UFC champion in her own right who does have her own win over Namajunas. So I think either of those matchups would be a good step forward for Xiaonan. I think if she does beat either of those fighters, get a former UFC champ on her resume, that puts her in a very, very good position to be asking for a title shot once we see the likes of Carla Esparza versus Zhang Weili play out. We see the winner of that potentially face Marina Rodriguez. There is some people ahead of her in line, but I do think Xiaonan in a good position coming off this win over Dern.